Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday morning and happy start to an amazing week. And welcome to Connections Online Studio and to this morning's live chat. I am Nat, Connections Director of Communications and Outreach. And this morning, I'm thrilled to welcome Maude Villeneuve-Legros, a family counselor at the Société Alzheimer Outaouais. Welcome, Maude.
Thank you. Thank you for receiving me this morning. It's
sure.
a pleasure to talk with you.
It is. It's always amazing chatting with you, Maude. This will be our second time chatting, actually, so about your organization. So I'm just quickly going to turn to our viewers because I see we do have a few people who are viewing us. And as you know, please make sure to say hi, add comments or questions in the comments section below. And just to let you know as well that sometimes it does take a bit for the comments to pop up. So please be patient with us. We'll turn to you as soon as we see them pop up or we can answer those. All right, so this morning we're chatting about the many resources that the nonprofit, the Société Alzheimer Outaouais, offers to carers who support a loved one with dementia, such as Alzheimer's disease. So, Maude, you've been at the Société Alzheimer Outaouais for a number of years now.
Yeah, it's been already 5 years. Go fast, and it goes so fast when you love your job and love what you're doing. But yeah, it's been almost 5 years, almost 6, 5.5. But yeah.
And you started as you did start as a family counselor. So you started as an intervenante, and then you moved into your role as a family counselor. Actually, I was doing a bit of research on, the Société and your role and whatnot. And I noticed that there's a lot of people who online on the website actually shared a lot of really great messages about how amazing you are. So you must really love your role.
Thank you.
What exactly do you do as a family counselor?
So as a family counselor, we are in charge of meetings with the families. And when I say families, we refer to the principal caregiver, the other members of the families, and also the person who lives with the disease. Because a lot of the time when they just received the diagnosis, they're still able to learn, and they want to reach out and talk about what they leave when they receive the diagnosis. So they need supports, they need information about what's going to be happening in those next years. So we are in charge of the support, emotional supports, giving informations to the families, and be with them throughout the evolution of the disease. So from the beginning of the first, when they receive the diagnosis, and until the last steps in life. So placements in long-term care facilities, or also unfortunately death.
So you're really there for the whole journey then. So you're there from the beginning right to, well, as long as they need you, basically.
Yep.
Right? As long as they need that support.
Yep.
This month is Alzheimer's Awareness Month. It's January, so today is the last day for that Awareness Month. But I just wanted to quickly mention to everyone that though you're called the Société Alzheimer Outaouais, you actually work with families who have dementia, which is a general term or an umbrella term, really, which describes like a wide range of symptoms. So problems with memory, thinking, and behavior. So I just want everyone to realize that you work with people with dementia in general, and Alzheimer's is one of those
diagnosis.
Exactly.
Our mission's bigger than our name. So we do work with people who have all types of dementia, but nowadays we tend to not refer to dementia type. In English, it's less pejorative, but in French we change it to neurocognitive disorder.
That's right.
Or cognitive impairment. It's less pejorative, as I said, but we do work with Alzheimer's, which is the most common dementia type, but also vascular dementia, Lewy body dementia, and all other types. Yeah.
So I'm just going to quickly turn to our viewers because we actually have Danielle who's on and Michelle who's on. Just going to quickly say hello. And if there's anyone else, I see other eyes on us, please, say hi and ask questions, comment. We are here to answer any questions you might have. Now, quickly, Maude, I'm just wondering, because we are going to be talking about caregivers and how you support caregivers. So for your organization, who would be considered a caregiver?
So anyone who's giving care and support to someone who live with the disease. So as a husband, children to their parents, primary caregiver, so a caregiver who lives with the afflicted person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or even someone who go to a neighbor 1 hour a week to go chat and help with the laundry, the dishes, and just taking care of the person. We receive them, we give them information and supports, and so everybody who refer themselves as the caregiver, we help them, and they're recognized as caregiver from us, from our point of view.
I'm so glad that you mentioned neighbors, because I think a lot of people don't realize that they are caregivers and that they are able to get support from your organization. So yeah, I think that list is a perfect list of anyone really who supports someone with dementia or Alzheimer's. Oh, and I just saw that Michelle's saying such an amazing resource for caregivers. It really, really is. So
thank you, Michelle.
So how would caregivers contact you for more information about your services? Is there steps to opening a file, or?
So the fastest and the easiest way is just to give us a call. And I think I saw our contact information at the beginning or in the publicity of our chat. So you'll be able to find that contact information over there. But you can also write us an email if it's easier for you, because we know when you live with someone 24 hours a day and you're not able to speak easily about his or her disease, well, maybe an email is the easiest way, but fastest way is just to give us a call. We'll take your information, we'll open a file with you, and if you need an appointment, we'll book an appointment and meet with you and be able to talk about what your needs are as a caregiver or someone who lives with the disease.
Now, what if a person with dementia is not ready to receive services? So they're not ready to, to kind of be part of the organization or not. Is their caregiver able to contact you if they need support?
Yeah, always. So and I think it's the majority of our file is just caregivers who open the file, reach out to us, and ask for information, ask for support. And throughout times, we are able to first meet with the caregivers, and also after that, we are able to maybe meet with the persons affected by the disease and maybe try to compromise about their needs and the needs of the caregivers. But it's not unusual that we have files for caregiver, open files for caregivers, but affected person who doesn't want any services of such as respite or day center. So we do have lots of our services are for the caregivers only and not only for the afflicted person.
Which I think is wonderful, right? Because then at least the caregiver has the supports that they need to be able to, to keep going, right? Because I mean, there's so many caregivers who do so much that don't realize they're a caregiver, don't realize how important their role is, and end up exhausted and on burnout as well. So I think it's just really amazing that you offer that support, even if the person with dementia or Alzheimer's isn't quite ready yet to take part and whatnot. So what types of supports and services do you provide to your clients?
So for the afflicted person who lives with the disease, we have respite services. So it's both for the caregivers and also the afflicted person.
Mm-hmm.
So we are able to send an employees to their house, so it's in home respite, and the caregiver can leave for 3 to 4 hours, and the employee is able to stay with the persons at home doing activities such as stimulation activities, going for outings, doing groceries with them, just going to the museum where when it's not a pandemic to do COVID. But so yeah, we're able to do outings when there's no restrictions, when the person's able to go out. Otherwise, they do activities in home, and just to maintain the abilities that the person's already have and still has have left. So, and the caregivers is just, it gives them peace of mind when they know that the employees is formed. uh,
Mm-hmm.
they know how to interact with the person with the diagnosis with the dementia people. And otherwise, we also have the day center respite. So um, it's not an in-home services, so the person who have the disease come by once a week to our center in Gatineau. We had in the past other day center in different location in Outaouais, but they sadly they closed. So the only one who's left open is the one in Gatineau. It's open Monday to Friday, so we receive 5 group of people, around 10 to 12 people a day, and they're able to interact, doing activities such as social activities, physical activities with other people who have the disease. So the best part is that there is no pressure to be able to do everything. To, if you're looking for your words, maybe the other one besides you are able to communicate easier than you, but maybe he has more difficulties with mo- um, motor difficulties. So
Mm-hmm.
there is quite no diagnosis when you come to the day center, because everybody has the disease. So the intervener has to adapt and offer different type of activities. And the groups are made that they're formed based on the interest of the person and also their capacities. So what they're able to do and not to do, and the stages of the disease. So it's not confronting for someone who has earlier stage Alzheimer's, quite still able to do lots of stuff. They're not going to be put in a group where people have more and more difficulties
Mm-hmm.
because of the progression of the disease. And so that's the services for people who have the disease. And the all of the other services we have are for caregivers. So we have workshop to learn about what Alzheimer's is, what all of the other type of dementias are, because there's quite a lot
Mm-hmm.
that we don't know, and it's mainly the same manifestation. They're not the same cause, but how you interact may be different from one diagnosis to another. But in the basis, it's just a human approach. And so we're able to teach caregivers about how to interact, how to adapt, and how to prepare for the future. We also have support group, who, by the way, starts in 2 weeks.
Oh.
So we will be hosting one in English for Anglophone group. I'll be the family counselor in charge of it. So if you want to participate, you just give us a call and we'll put your name up. It will be at the offices of Société Alzheimer in Gatineau. It's six. There is 6 date. It's
Okay.
every 2 weeks. So it's starting on the second week of February, I think. I'm not sure about the exact date, but 2nd of February, and it's every 2 weeks. So caregivers are able to meet with other caregivers and speak about their experience, their emotion, throughout a family counselor who is able to manage the group and make sure everyone's emotions are taken care of and everybody's able to speak how they want to speak it. But mostly I'm just there being the group manager, but otherwise it's just pretty good interaction between caregivers, and there's a way to it's a good way to socialize with other caregiver, because there's a lot of loneliness in caregiving.
Yes.
So yeah,
it's a good way to connect and to share stories and whatnot. And what I'll do is later on, when our chat is a video and whatnot, I'll make sure to share that information in the comments section so that everyone can find it.
Oh, thank you.
Because actually, in fact, all of your services are bilingual,
Yep.
right? So you've got your workshops are French and English. Your day centers are also bilingual.
Yep.
And yeah, so it's really definitely something to check out. Now I'm just going to go up here. A few people who've joined us. Cheryl's here with us, and Valérie is with us. Oh, she's saying very valuable resources I will share with my constituents in Bristol. Oh, that's awesome, Valérie. Thank you so much for that.
And for people in Pontiac area, I'm the family counselor also in charge of so we are 6 family counselor at the Société Alzheimer in Outaouais. And we are all in charge of one MRC, so one sector of the Outaouais. So one's in charge of Papineauville, another one's in charge of Charleville, so that's me. Another one's in charge of Maniwaki area. So we know the area really well. So if we're not able to give you any services, we are able to refer you to another services in your area. So.
Well, actually, Valérie has a little question. She says, because it's so difficult for caregivers to get away, would you consider offering a comprehensive workshop in a location such as Shawville so that it might be easier to attend?
So we have workshop. So André Michel, my coworker, is in charge of she's the conferencey employees at Alzheimer Society. And so Valerie, if you go check on our Facebook page in the event sections, you'll find every date, every workshop, support groups. So every information will be there in these sections. We will post it because all of our services is from how we put up those dates is through season. So now there's a group starting in February for the winter 2022. There will be another group in spring, another one in summer, etc. So every season, every couple of months, we put those events on our Facebook page and also on our website. So you'll be able to find everything there. And we will have workshops, not support group, unfortunately, not yet. But support groups or other conferencey in Shawville through, I don't want to say it wrong, but it's Anglican's church on, I think it's on Main Street or a street in the area, but there will be a church who will be hosting our workshop in partnership. So thank you to that. But we will have a workshop in Pontiac for sure in next week or month. Yeah.
And I think that's actually the same location where we have our Shawville satellite office, because you work
that's
with,
right. It's the same place. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. St. Paul's Anglican Church. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's right. We have offices there, and I know that we often share a lot, well, your workshops and whatnot with our community. So that's why it's so great to chat with you, right? Because we get like one-on-one exactly what's happening. And what I did is I made sure to put the website up for anyone who's searching, and I also put up the Facebook page because they really do have amazing workshops, amazing resources. If you are caring for someone, and that person's not quite ready to reach out yet, you can as a caregiver, right? And don't forget, as Maude said as well, it doesn't have to be someone who's caring for them all the time, right? If you're helping a neighbor, you can also ask for support and also ask for information as well, right, Maude? If someone's just not sure how to help someone and they're seeking information on, what can they do to help a neighbor, they could definitely call you or email you to get that information.
So there, as I said, we are 6 family counselors, and there's always one who are available at the office from 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. So she'll be able to answer the phone, answer your email on time, or just if she's not available, it's because she's with another family or not another caregiver. But we'll be able to answer all of your questions in the same day or so. 24 hours will be our minimum, but we'll call you back if we're not able to reach you out. We'll answer your questions. So as you said, it be a neighbor, a family member, your husband, your parents, or it can be, even if it's for your parents, your mom may not be ready to give us a call, but you can reach out to us to have the information, bring it back to your mom, and so we'll know we are existing, we are there, and when she'll be ready, she'll give us a call. And yep.
And then I just want to give you a big thank you, Maude. So I'll just
you.
put that up on the screen for you so you can see it. So I just wanted to go back quickly. I know we're kind of almost wrapped up and whatnot, but I'm just really curious because of your day centers. I'm just wondering, what kind of activities do you do with people who are joining you? Because it's 5 times a week, right? And each group has about 10 people. It's bilingual. But what kind of fun stuff do you do?
So it is 5 days a week, but the person came by 1 day a week.
Okay.
So when we open a file, we're able to offer the services. The person can come 1 day a week. It's from 9 to 3, so it's 6 hours of respite for the caregivers, but it's also 6 hours of good stimulation for the person who have the disease. They do just to be with other people, no pressure, socialize. How was your week? There's a lot of people who didn't quite socialize in the last few years due to the disease, due to pandemics, and just to be able to be with others, speak about how they're doing, creating a relationship. It's really nice to see. But they do cognitive activities, social, from time to another. The intervenant at the day center needs to go buy milk. Okay, well, you'll take 1 or 2 participants and go to Walmart or go to the grocery and buy milk and just came back. So we're doing a lot of activities, day-to-day activities, to maintain the abilities of the person who has the disease.
Yeah, and as well, I'm sure to ensure that they are autonomous for as long as possible as well, right? So
that's our main goal.
Yeah, so it's amazing for both the person who with living with dementia and then the caregiver who has that opportunity to kind of, to have time not just for themselves, but to go do groceries or get stuff done around the house, right? So have
and even though it's for respite, there's a lot of people. We have a group on Thursday. It's people who have early onset Alzheimer's. So people who are still autonomous and lots of capacities, but it's their days. It's not only for respite for the caregivers. It's just they need to interact with others. They need to know that their life is not finished after the diagnosis. They need to still do something. And it's so beautiful they tell us that this is their day, this is their group, they're doing for themselves, not only for the caregiver because she needs respite or she needs their day or whatever. It's really their activities.
Yeah,
and it's so empowering to be part of that.
It must be. You must really love doing your work.
It is empowering to know that we are here for the families, and with all the lack of resources that there is currently in our social system, but to know that we are there, that we can still interact with others and maybe help on day-to-day basis or just a little bit, it's really valuable.
It is, yeah, and your organization is amazing. The services that you provide are amazing. So I invite everyone to please, visit the website, visit their Facebook page. If you know someone who is a caregiver or someone who is living with dementia, make sure to let them know that the services are open, they're bilingual, they're available to everyone in the Outaouais. So, Maude, I wanted to say huge thank you for joining us again. As always, it's a joy chatting with you and about your organization. We are always so thankful to welcome you to our online studio. So huge thanks from us, and a huge thanks as well for everyone who is watching. Thanks so much, and I guess have an amazing morning. It's still Monday morning, and have an amazing week. And again, if you have any questions, please email Maude, call Maude. She would be more than happy to speak to you. And I'm just going to share these final messages, Maude, because they're so amazing. So that if you're saying thank you, we'll spread the news. And then we have someone else who's saying thank you, Maude, for your amazing work. And of course, Danielle, who is saying thank you, Maude, as well. So, Maude, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for the opportunity that you're giving us this morning. And it will be a pleasure for me and for my coworker, the family counselor, to answer your call, to answer your needs as all they are.
Thanks so much, Maude. And thanks so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and quickly, sorry, I was about to leave, but I just remembered, make sure, everyone, to please connect again this evening, because we now have all of our students are going to start doing their lives at 7 p.m. And in fact, and this you'll love, Maude, actually there's Lindsay is going to be doing some stuff on Jog Your Mind. So not just mental health, but brain health and whatnot. So we've got some really amazing stuff from our amazing first year medical students. So make sure to be on Monday to Thursday, 7 p.m. starting tonight. All right. So thanks so much, everyone. And we'll talk again soon.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Thanks, Maude.